Good afternoon, everyone. So for our next talk, I would like to introduce you Dr. Katalin Balázsi. So she's head of the Thin Film Physics Department of Hungarian Academy of Science. So she obtained her PhD degree at the Slovak Technical University in 2005. She is a secretary of Hungarian Society of Materials Science and the board member of Hungarian Women in Science. So she got married and she's the mother of 2 children, and her husband is also here today. So then let's welcome Dr. Balázsi for her talk.
Thank you so much, Brian, for a nice introduction. I would like to thank for the invitation to this, I think, very important event. I was very happy and honored with this invitation. And today I was talk about the balance between the family and career. As told Boyang, I'm a head of Thin Films Department at the Institute for Technical Physics and Material Science and Center for Energy Research. This is a part of Hungarian Academy of Sciences. And in the same time, I'm a board member of Association of Hungarian Women in Science. Why I would like to talk about this very important question. I hope my presentation will show roles and results, because this is a very big deal, balance between the family and the career, I think, in the life of young women, not only the researchers. I'm a material scientist. I'm not a researcher from social or I don't know, different areas, but before this event I prepared some statistics. I think it's very important why we have this big question and big deal. The researchers showed that it's a conflict between a work and a family life, and it's a common sources, or one of common sources of the stress for the working adults. I think not only for the working adults. And half of working fathers and more than 56% of working mothers say that balancing the responsibilities of their job with the responsibilities of their family life is very or somewhat difficult. And here I show that it's a just problem not only for researchers, but I think for all working parents. The last slide about the statistics, we showed that in European research community we have only 33% of women. The very bad number you can see here, because only 20% of these researchers, women researchers, are on the top level, academicians or professors. And the situation is similar, not only the academic institution, but the higher education institution too. And the mother told that they must 3 times higher works for the same job and same career than the mass. I think it's true. Who is Katalin Balázsi, and why she talk about the balance between career and family? In all cases, I'm a mother. I have 2 boys. Zoltán is oldest, he is 8, and Bence is youngest, and he is 7 now. It's 1 year, it's between the distance between the 2 kids, and I'm a wife. My husband, Csaba Balázsi, is a professor. We are working in the same institution now, but before, 2 years ago, he was a director of the Material Science Institution in Zoltán, a non-profit applied research institute. Is the same as Fraunhofer in Germany. And we are from the same working atmosphere. Csaba understands my problems, and I think it's very good for me. On the second one, I'm a head of department. Later I will show my department and who we are developed. and I have many another position. I'm a managing editor in the Materials World online journal. It's a scientific journal of the Hungarian Society of Materials Science. I'm a secretary in the same time for this society. It's the biggest material society in Hungary. I'm a Hungarian representative of Nanometer Structure Division. Is a division in the International Vacuum Society, covered more than 50 divisions around the world. I'm a board member of Association of Hungarian Women in Science. I think it's my favorite position. I'm a managing editor in Resolution and Discovery Open Access Journal. We started this journal 2 years ago. From last month, I'm a council member of European Ceramic Society, the second council member and the advisor of the president of the European Ceramic Society is my husband. We have a lot of family work and family laboratory, and I'm a treasurer of the Hungarian Society of Microscopy because my previous job was expert in the transmission electron microscopy. This is my family, as I thought, but back to the starting. I was born in a very small village close to the Hungarian-Slovakian borders. I'm fluently speaking Czech, Slovak and Hungarian language, and this is my first performance and first show in the kindergarten. I was very shy. This is a starting. Something about my education. I studied in the Slovak Technical University in Bratislava in electrical engineering. I'm a material scientist and electrical engineer. And after my master degree study, I studied in the Slovak Academy of Sciences and worked in the Institute of Electrical Engineering in Bratislava. And I got my PhD in this institute. And after that, I found a very nice postdoc position close to Bratislava in Budapest. And between 2005 and 2007, I was a postdoc. I prepared and I worked in the big FP7 and FP6 European project as a transmission electron microscopy expert. It was very nice for me, and I have a very nice publication from this period. After that, for the 1 year, I was a deputy head of thin film physics department. I met Csaba in this year, and I was married and I was pregnant. And my career was stopped here because for the 3 years I had a maternity leave. I stayed at home with kids, and my scientific career got zero. In 2012, I started from zero. Here you can see I started from the research fellow position, and I must worked very hardly. And 2 years ago, I was a senior researcher in the same institute. And after that, from last year, I'm a head of this department. I'm working at the Center for Energy Research, what is a part of Hungarian Academy of Sciences. Hungarian Academy of Sciences has 14 big research centers. We have 600 employees in my research center, and we have 3 different institutes. I'm working in the Institute for Technical Physics and Material Science. We have a lot of different projects and research related to the material science in different fields. Biological science, technical science, polymers, and etc. This institute has 5 different groups or laboratories, departments. Here you can see the names of heads of departments, and complex system, nanostructures, microtechnology, photonics. And here is my department in film physics. Here you can see only men sitting in the board member of this institute, and the director is man too. And my laboratory has 50 years old tradition, and I'm the first lady who is leading of this laboratory, and it's a surprise for my old colleagues, very old guys, around 80. Wow, you have a lady as a leader. It's new for them, but it's a reality. I have 40 colleagues. Here you can see my staff, and we have a very nice infrastructure. We are a special laboratory for the transmission electron microscopy in Hungary. We have now 2 and waiting the 3rd high resolution microscope. We have now the reconstruction, and after my talk, after this event, I must go back to Budapest and organize this reconstruction, because many of my colleagues are men and they have bad organization skills. We have a CVD, PVD machines, because one of our strength is a development of thin films, different thin films, semiconductors, coatings, hard coating, nanocomposites. We have electrospinning, and we are preparing the different bioactive layers, mainly from eggshells. We have some attritor mills, because we have the powder metallurgy part in my department. We have a whole isostatic pressing for the preparation of ceramic materials. Plasma cleaner ion milling machine is necessary for the preparation of TM samples for the investigation of different materials by transmission electron microscopy. We have a mechanical tester and different other materials. Here you can see the main research fields. One is a thin films. We have a silicon nitride and bioceramic development. This field is a family business, because Csaba is a leader of this group, and we have a service, because we are working for the different industry and companies, universities too, and we are participants in the different European projects, because we have an excellent structural characterization group in this department. We have a lot of PhD students now. One young lady, Nicolette Olah, is now pregnant, and she's my PhD student. And we have some students from different countries, because we have a Hungarian stipendium for 3 years. One is a lady, Sufyan Lamini from Morocco, and now we are waiting the young lady from Turkey. And we have some ladies here, Monika Furko or Erzsébet Dodony and Rácz Adél, and I think 50% is the ratio between women and men. I think it's very good in this field. And we have some technical staffs. Ladies help us with the preparation of TM samples, because ladies has a very sensitive hands, and it's excellent for the TM samples. On the other hand, I'm a board member of the Association of Hungarian Women in Science. This association was established in 2008 by 10 young ladies. One was myself, and because we have a feeling that we need something. We don't know what, but we established this association, and this is a non-profit, non-governmental organization supporting the women in science. We have a 10 years long history, and we have a lot of programs that may help the young ladies. I will show these programs. And the main role is a networking between industry or academic, and between universities and academic. The main aim of this association is gender balance in academia, technology, R&D, innovation, and mainly in industry. We are focusing to the help filling the gap between the science and society, contribute to help a supportive environment, mainly for girls, but for boys too, has the possibility to choose a fulfilling career and accordance with her or his talent. We have a lot of programs, mainly for young ladies, and foster established of a diverse and balanced research and development society or community. We prepared the study about the role of women in the higher position. I'm crying because only 3% of female researcher have a membership in the Hungarian Academy of Sciences. Here you can see only 4 ladies are the rectors in the Hungarian universities. And this is number for all Nobel laureates, not only for Hungarian. We know that we must find the road what we help the ladies in this research career. Here you can see the promotion of female in technical fields graduated in Hungary. In natural sciences, this ratio is around 50%. I think it's good. But the engineering, technical or IT field, the number is very low. Here you can see the number for all female PhD students in European Union. We checked why is this balance between the career of men and women. Here you can see the finished master students, women and men. After the PhD, the ratio is the same. But what is after this PhD? The number of men researcher and higher position is increasing, but the number of women researcher are very strongly decreasing. And we found the answer to this problem. We created the rules of the Association of Hungarian Women in Science and the rules of Hungarian Academy of Sciences, and we hope that these rules will help the young ladies in her career, mainly the academic career. It's a career orientation award, because we have a very nice award for the young postdoc ladies below 40. The research and consultancy on gender aspect, because not only one woman has this problem, but it's a big group and a big society with the same problems. We prepared the Girls' Day. It's a very famous between the young ladies, mainly in secondary school and higher school educations. The aim is to make technical and IT professions more attractive to the high school girls and show the, strength of the technical fields. We started this Girls' Days in 2012 in Hungary. It's a European action. We have a strict day for this Girls' Day. It's last Tuesday of April. And we started with 60 young ladies, and last year we have 6,000 young ladies who visited the different companies and different universities and research institutions. Here you can see the partners in this action. The main partners is Microsoft, Ericsson, Morgan Stanley and Telecom. These are big companies who were open their door in the first time when we organized this Girls' Day. We have a very hard, or we must work very hardly with the universities and with research institutions. It was surprise for me because I think the universities or research institution will open the doors and will be happy when the young ladies visited their laboratories or faculties, but not. This is my girls' day in the academy because I was the first who involved this day to the academy. For the first time we had 22 girls. It was a very nice, this is my PhD student, Nicolette is now pregnant, and this is the first girls' day in my institute. Last year we had 100 girls, and we must close the registration after 2 days after the open the call for this girls' day because it's a very famous, and I think it's very successful project, and we are very happy. We're preparing the very interactive program for the ladies, not only the presentation, minimal presentation, but they are visited the laboratories. We have a lot of experiments with ladies, and the researchers who are involved in this Girls' Day are the women, because we would like to show the good experiences and idols for the young ladies. That researchers, female researchers are very good in her field. The second one is Teacher Days. We open the high schools and involve some teachers, men or women, and create the open days for the young ladies and show the different high schools and mainly the technical fields, because in the engineering or I don't know different computing science level of the ladies are very low. And here you can see what is the main aim of this Teachers' Day: job shadowing at technological companies and universities, mainly with technical universities. We would like to involve the female scientists, and we have some big companies as Morgan Stanley, Elpro, who is very happy and very active participants during this Teachers' Day. We have a Smart Future Girls program, and this is a program in the Székesfehérvár. It's a small city 60 kilometers from Budapest, and the aim is showing the women or female leaders for the young ladies, the idols or good experiments for them. Researcher nights. I like this because usually I'm going with my kids, and I think they love this program because we presented our results, and this event is a showcase what researchers really do for the society. It's very nice. It's a family program for us. We have a Women in Science Technology Excellence Award, and this award was created in collaboration with Hungarian Academy of Sciences. We have a celebration during the International Women Days, and we have 4 categories: biotechnology, spice research, material science, and computer science. And we awarded usually the ladies below the 40. It's very famous. Now the role of the Hungarian Academy of Sciences. The organization must be open in gender-sensitive communication. I think it's very necessary. Child care provision and maternity leave position. Because when you have a kids or you have a maternity leave, the situation is, I think, very hard for the mother who was a researcher, traveling around the world, has a lot of publication, but after this she must stop the career. We must find a border between this period. The Hungarian Academy of Sciences accepted an equal opportunities framework program, and when you have a kid, the age limit is 10 years. For female research, you have 2 years when you submit the project. For example, I'm 40. I have 2 kids, and for academy I'm only 36-year-old. Csaba told me, please 2-3 kids and you will be 18 for the academy. But I think it's very important because after the maternity leave you have 0 citation, you have 0 publication, and it's I don't know, you don't must or don't know submit the project or proposal, and you must start it from 0 level. But if you accept this one, or the academy accept this one, you start it from not 0 or minus, but plus 10. I think it's very good for the young ladies. But last or not least, the roles of the woman as person. It's never easy being a mom in full-time job researcher, but you made the decision and find the balance. Sometimes said no, because I think it's necessary. Involve people who trust in the process. Ask help for your, I don't know, partner or husband. Ask for help from family or friends, or make a discussion with women researchers, because it's not only your problem, but the problem was of a big group. Establish limits and borders between the family and work. In my case, I'm working only between this time, because after that the school is finished, the different trainings, I don't know, taekwondo and football is starting, and I must go. I have a phone, I have an email. If my colleagues need everything, please write me the email, but no call. And weekend is free, not usually, but I think this is one of my limit. And prepare daily only 3 objectives, because if you have a lot of things for one day, you are stressful. But if you have 3, you prepare these 3, you are happy, you have a very successful day, and if you are happy, your kids are happy too. And accept that imbalance is sometimes unavoidable. For the end, I would like to show that the life of women researchers is very hard. We are traveling around the world with my kids. Here you can see the Daytona Beach in January. Myself and Csaba are invited speakers during this session every day, and I'm presenting. My kids enjoy the ocean. Here is the next conference when I was the invited speakers. They have a very nice time here, and I was awarded. Here you can see the necessary toys for this time, because it was too long for Zoltán. And I have a very nice story about the research, because Zoltán had a lecture about the body. And the teacher said that the body consists from calcium. Zoltán was very unhappy, and he told Mrs. Ann, no, it's not true, because the 70% of body is from hydroxyapatite, because my mother prepared this hydroxyapatite from eggshell. And next week we have an invitation from the school, prepare the lecture from the young next researcher, I hope. It's funny. And this is a conference we're preparing the Junior Euromat in Budapest. It's a conference of Federation of European Material Societies, and this conference is for the young PhD, master and postdoc students. We will have a lot of trainings and very nice invited plenary lectures, and we will have a tutorial about the career and about the career and opportunities for the young postdoc students. And thank you for your invitation, and thank you for your